David Bowie sang "Turn and Face the Strain" in his album Changes. From tension springs creativity. Arthur Koestler proposed 3 domains of creativity: artistic inspiration, scientific discovery, and comic inventiveness. The common pattern underlying creativity is the shaking together of already existing but previously separate areas of knowledge, frames of perception, or universes of discourse. Koestler rightly expresses the continuum from artistic inspiration to scientific discovery to comic inventiveness by the reaction induced, respectively the "ah" reaction of art, the "aha" reaction of science, and the "ha-ha" reaction of the comic. Zen lives in humor, and humor lies on the razor edge of self and selflessness, where a man looks round at the back of his head and lifts himself up by his belt. Zen recognizes the tension between technical mastery of a subject and enlightenment, or satori. And scale changes inspire enlightenment, whether through the art and fractals, the power laws in science, or the sudden jolt of realizing a double meaning. We face 2 big social challenges. The first is evident doubt about our own sustainability, whether it's climate change, pollution, biodiversity, or just the recognition that our own successes have led to population growth that may bring about our downfall. People clearly have more and more concerns about sustainability, the long term. Koyaanisqatsi is a Hopi word for crazy life, and also the title of a prophetic, nonverbal 1982 film about our world being out of balance. We've been having more and more Koyaanisqatsi moments. The second big social challenge is evident doubt over the sensibleness of our governments and our economies. The drama of the credit crunch provides many opportunities for tragic heroes, from hedge funds to crooks, to big bank chairmen, to politicians, to regulators. Dr. Grove Brundtland's 1987 Our Common Future report said, "What is needed now is a new era of economic growth that is forceful and at the same time socially and environmentally sustainable. Development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Can we change our scales?" Jokes rely on scale change. A couple book a flight on a 4-engine aircraft. The husband looks to starboard to see one of the engines on fire, only to hear the captain on the loudspeaker, "Ladies and gentlemen, we are dousing a fire in a starboard engine, but don't worry. This aircraft is designed to fly safely on just 3 engines. However, we will be 1 hour late to our destination." A little later, the husband turns to port to see one of the engines on fire, only to hear the captain on the loudspeaker, "Ladies and gentlemen, rather strangely, we are dousing a fire in a port engine, but don't worry. This aircraft is designed to fly safely on just 2 engines. However, we will be 3 hours late to our destination." Still later, the husband turns to starboard again to see the second of the starboard engines on fire, only to hear the captain tremulously on the loudspeaker, "Ladies and gentlemen, we are dousing a fire in a starboard engine, and while this is my first time, this has happened in over 2 decades of flying, don't worry, this aircraft is designed to fly safely on just 1 engine. However, we will be 6 hours late to our destination." Hearing this, in frustration, the husband turns to his wife, "If that 4th engine goes, we'll be up here all night." Are we like that couple? Or can we look down upon the whole world and fix it? Which brings us to Phaethon. Phaethon was the son of Phoebus, the sun god. Phaethon seeks assurance that his mother, Clymene, is telling the truth, that his father is the sun god. Phaethon ascends to heaven and meets Phoebus, who swears by the river Styx to give Phaethon anything he should ask for in order to prove his divine paternity. When Phaethon obtains Phoebus' promise to drive the sun chariot, everyone tries to talk him out of it. Stubbornly, Phaethon proceeds, but fails to control the chariot and must be killed by Zeus to prevent further disaster. "You are only a boy, too young to attempt it. Your destiny's mortal. Your wishes transcend mortal limits. Source tua mortalis, non est mortale quod aptas, plus etiam, quam quod superis contingere possit, necius adfectus. What more fitting tale for mankind than setting the world on fire?
Phaethon asked for the chariot of the sun, and one whole day driving the winged horses. His father, Phoebus, recoiled. His head shook. On the course of that chariot and those horses, a boy could not hope to control them. You are my son, but mortal. No mortal could hope to manage those reins. Not even the gods are allowed to touch them. Phaethon leapt aboard, and catching the reins from his father's hands, joyfully thanked him. Then, with a splitting crack of thunder, the Almighty lifted a bolt, poised it by his ear, then drove the barbed flash point blank into Phaethon. The explosion snuffed the ball of flame as it blew the chariot into fragments. Phaethon went spinning out of his life. Phaethon, hair ablaze, a fiery speck, lengthening a vapor trail, plunged towards the earth like a star falling and burning out on a clear night. Over his grave, on a rock, they wrote this: "Here lies Phoebus's boy, who died in the sun's chariot. His strength too human, and too hot, his courage and his pride."